There we go. There we go. There we go. Just like that. I've never fished this dock before, and look what we got. Look at that redfish right there. That's beautiful. Fishing on the job. I love it. Hey y'all, welcome back to Southern Fish and Forage. I post my fishing pictures a lot on social media, especially Facebook groups that are local to my area, and every time I post, I have a bunch of people slide up in my DMs asking me how do I catch fish and where do I catch fish. But the most common specific question I get is how do I catch redfish? So usually I'll link them to the video that I made last year on how to catch redfish, but I figure today I'll make an updated video. I'll give you a few tips on where to find red drum. So let's go fishing. All right, so first things first, location is key for finding redfish. You have to be able to locate redfish, and there has to be redfish in the area that you're fishing in order to catch redfish. I know it sounds like common sense, but just bear with me, I'll go into details. The first thing I need you to do is locate the subscribe button under this video and give me a subscribe. It helps small YouTubers like myself stay motivated to create more videos and create better videos. Redfish can be found year-round, 12 months a year, from the Chesapeake Bay in Virginia and Maryland down to Florida on the Atlantic coast, and from Florida to Mexico on the Gulf Coast. The time of the year is going to dictate where I fish. During the winter, I'm not going to be fishing docks. I'm going to be fishing grass flats, mud flats, areas that are sunnier and warmer. But it's May right now, so I'm going to be fishing docks. The water's starting to warm up. The fish often go under the docks to get out of that blistering heat. I like to look for docks that have some sort of an anomaly or they're just out of the ordinary. I like docks with boathouses. Definitely look for docks with boathouses. It provides a lot of structure, a lot of cover. I look for docks that have a lot of pilings, docks on points. Docks at the mouths of creeks are probably my favorite, and then docks that go out a little bit further and there's a deeper water gradient, those are the docks that I'm looking for. So typically when I first come up to a dock, I'm going to go from the upcurrent side, so the current's going this way. I'm going to get towards the end of the dock and I'm going to cast towards shore right along the dock and let my bait kind of get pushed into the pilings. And a lot of times, as you go along and bump those pilings with your bait, you'll pick up a redfish or two. You got this creek right here, comes into the main river right around this point. It's a great place for water movement, and water movement is key for redfish. There we go. There we go. There we go. Just like that. I've never fished this dock before, and look what we got. Hopefully it's a redfish. Oh man, whatever it is, it's nice. There we go. There we go. There's a nice redfish. So look at that nice redfish. A dock on a point. And we're just casting up current. The current's coming this way. We're casting our lures right up under there. It's a little 4-inch paddle tail. There we go. I'm gonna net him. He's actually a really decent fish. Come on, buddy. Oh man. Still pretty green. For a second I thought I wasn't recording. Come on, buddy. Look at that fish right there. Yes. There we go. That's our first fish. Look at that redfish right there. That's beautiful. This is a 25-inch fish, just under 26 inches. The slot in Virginia is 18 to 26 inches, and you're allowed to keep 3 per day. We are going to keep this one. couple pictures. There we are. All right, I know I sound like a broken record, but whenever I'm fishing artificials around docks, I'm always coming from the down current side. If I'm fishing live bait, I'm going to spot lock on the up current side of it and cast my bait this way, so my bait's getting dragged into the dock, whereas I'm going to be retrieving my artificials with the current on the down current side. So we're just going to go ahead and put that right under there. And we're just going to go ahead and see if anyone's willing to eat. Usually I start from the end of the dock and just keep casting all the way until I get to the shore, and then I'll move on to a different dock. The one thing I do hate about paddle tails is sometimes when you skip them good, they curl up on themselves. We're currently about 45 minutes past high tide, so we're getting this outgoing tide, or this outgoing current. One of my favorite times to fish for redfish. All right, let's talk about presentation. I like to keep it simple. I'm using the St. Croix Mojo Bass. It's a little medium light action rod with 15-pound braid, 15-pound fluorocarbon leader attached straight to my jig head with a soft plastic on it. That is it. I don't have any snaps, swivels, O-rings. I don't have none of that stuff. I just have a lure on my line. Sometimes we overcomplicate things. You just need to keep it simple. Your line strength needs to be strong enough to pull them out of docks. I keep my drag tight so that I can get them away from this dock. Fishing on the down current side is also going to help you, because that current is going to help you pull them out of the dock. So I skip my lure down there, and unlike if I was fishing for trout or striper, I'm going to let this thing sink all the way, and I'm going to just bump it along the bottom. Redfish have downwards pointing mouths, so they are accustomed to eating off of the bottom. Redfish, they will take a topwater lure. They'll come up to the surface, but a lot of times you're going to find them right down there on the bottom. Trying not to get excited because I don't want to scare him off. I might be able to get him. I might throw something else out at him. There he goes. Got him. Got him right next to the boat. So I just bump it real slow across that bottom. Give it some good action though. Get a couple, don't just drag it across the bottom. You're going to jig it back in. Just get that thing under those docks. A lot of times they're waiting in between the pilings right there, and when you pull it past them, they dart out and snatch your lure. So the feeding habits of redfish actually fall into three categories. They're hunters. They will actively chase bait fish. They are scavengers. They will pick up dead bait fish and cut bait on the bottom. And they are also ambush predators, and that's what we're going to focus on with this technique. When I say they're ambush predators, they often wait in structure amongst a cover for bait to come swimming by, which is going to be this tasty Z-Man lure, and then they dart out from their cover and grab the bait. There we go, there we go. Oh, that's a nice fish too. There we go, on the 1/4 ounce jig head with the Z-Man paddle tail. Let's go, let's go, let's go. That's a good one, that's a good one. Look at that redfish. Oh, let him run a little bit. He's a decent sized fish. This might be an over slot right here. Oh man, that's a nice fish. Come on, buddy, come on. Oh yes. So 15-pound braid, 15-pound fluorocarbon leader, tied straight to the lure. I don't have any snaps, I don't have any swivels. Presentation, you want to minimize things. You don't need all this fancy stuff. I just got a jig head with a soft plastic on there. Yeah, he's not, I don't think he's over slot. He's probably right up there at the top of the slot though. Man, that's a good fish. That is a really good fish. There we go. Okay. Whoa. All right. There we go. Another beautiful Chesapeake Bay redfish. He is 24.5 inches. He is actually a little bit smaller than a couple of the other fish I caught this morning. So we're gonna go ahead and release him. Take care, buddy. All right. Oh crap, I already got a redfish. It was just sinking to the bottom and I caught one. Look at that. So the baits that you use are really going to be dependent on where you're fishing and what season it is. Right now we've got a lot of crabs and menhaden in our rivers, so I'm going to use baits that imitate what's in the area at the time. But there we go. They'll take a wide variety of artificial baits. Natural baits include crab, shrimp, mullet, menhaden, cut baits like ladyfish, croaker. They love croaker. Then for artificial baits, probably the number one is going to be jigs with soft plastics, spoons, especially gold spoons, topwater lures like Zara Spook, Mirrodine, the mirror lure Mirrodine, like suspending hard plastic lures, those are great too. That's cool. That was on the way down. We're here fishing a new dock now. This is again a long dock, lots of structure, lots of crossbars at the mouth of a creek, has good tidal flow. It has all the hallmarks that I would consider a good redfish dock. Like I said earlier, redfish can be ambush predators, they can be hunters, or they can be scavengers. Right now we're taking advantage of their ambush habits. We're going to them and casting at them in their hiding spots and hoping that they ambush our prey. However, a lot of people, they'll just throw pieces of cut fish or blue crab out and they'll just let it soak. And since redfish are scavengers, they will effectively be caught by doing that. Oh, had a little tiny nibble. There we go. Got another one. Yes. 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 Another little guy. Took it right under the dock. Got him on the paddle tail. He's got a lot of spots too. This is another small one. Got two small ones. Hey, check this out. All right, perfect example. This one just spit up this piece of crab at me. It's a crab claw. this is what they're eating. So just remember, crabs, small bait fish, shrimp, all great baits for redfish. Come on, buddy. Oh, there you go. Bye. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to switch it up to live bait. I cast netted a couple of these menhaden. These are great bait for redfish. They also love mullet, croaker, and a bunch of other little bait fish. So whereas I'd normally be fishing on the other side and casting up current, we're going to be fishing down current. I have nothing but a hook attached to my line with the bait fish. So we are free lining it. I like to nose hook them because it encourages them to swim downwards. And the key to doing this is controlling how far your bait can swim. If you let it go too far under the dock, it's gonna get hung up in the pilings. So you gotta keep it right before the dock. There we go, got one. There we go. Got ourselves a redfish. Oh, that's actually a striper. Just kidding. Well, we got a striper under the dock in our redfish video, but it's still same principle. You're gonna be up current of the dock, and you're gonna put your bait right along that dock. Well, we got a little striper.